Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What is going on? Happy Saturday. Y'all, let's get into Ready to Love. I don't understand the purpose of some of these dates, and I don't think I'm meant to understand it at this point. I really don't understand what's happening in this episode. So we're gonna go through some things, okay? I don't know why LJ is there. Like, bruh, stop playing games with us and stop playing in our face. And that's one thing for sure. Okay. Like, it's one thing to be still, sleeping with somebody, but there's another thing to bring them on a show to meet a potential girlfriend. Like, you could have left her where she was at. You should have brought somebody else because she wasn't the one to bring. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to Ready to Love season 6, episode 8. Okay. Hey Ashley, what's going on? Hey y'all, come on in here, come on in here, come on in here. Don't forget when you walk in, hit that like button. Go ahead, light the chat up with some yellow hearts to show me some love. Let me know you are in the building. Okay. With that out the way, let's go. So, as we know, it is time for a woman to get eliminated, and all the men meet up with Tommy. Okay, so Tommy tells them that he wants them to introduce them to their truth teller. This was supposed to be the X episode. Okay, I'm just gonna say that, but I'm assuming that a lot of the men didn't want to bring their exes, or they didn't have no exes to bring. Okay, so Tommy wanted to switch it up and say, bring us your truth teller. Child said whatever that's supposed to be, or whatever that's supposed to mean, because at the end of the day, whoever you bring is going to be able to tell you the truth, right? They should, right? Okay. Anyway, so um Randall decides that he's going to bring his ex. Okay, that's what I mean by it should have been an ex episode, but I guess a lot of the men couldn't find the exes, so they switched it up. Okay, so he brings his ex to meet Kayla, Jamala, and Trinika. Now, we found out that he's been in a relationship, that he was in a relationship with his ex for 2 years, I think. They was it 2 years? Anyway, they were dating, but they realized that they was better off as friends. They should have never dated to begin with. Okay. So when the ex is down, she asks them about their own special goals. Now, first, when Jamala comes in, she says that she's not in no competition with any of these women because she already knows that what her connection is when it comes to Randall. Okay. So when the friend asked them, said, what are your personal goals? What do you have personally that you want out of your life? Okay. And Jamala starts talking about how Ra needs organization, and that she could be a resource, and she could be a friend, and she can be all of this to him. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so what are your goals? Okay, we already understand that we are here to get the man, but what about you makes you stand out? What do you want from the future? Because you have, Kayla sitting here saying like, I want to, build a business, and I want to be a power couple, and I want this, that, and the other. There's a lot of different layers to what she wants out of life versus what Jamila wants. Jamila sounds like she wants to be a stay-at-home mom and just focus on Randall. Okay, so Shanika. So when Shanika okay, dang, y'all lost my thought that fast. So when the friend asks him, what are some things you don't like about him? Because obviously he's not a perfect guy. Shanika says that she doesn't really like how he communicates. Okay. She realized that he has a lot of flaws, and he definitely did start communicating a lot better, but there's a lot of things that, she needs him to work on. Kayla says that she wants him to open up more without having to probe. Okay, she just wants to be him to call her and just have regular conversation. Like, we don't always have to, be so surface about stuff. Like, something exciting happened in your life, give me a call and say, "Oh my God, this happened," and "Oh my God, that happened," or "I feel like this." Da, 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 da. She wants regular, everyday conversation, and I totally get that because I'm like that with my husband. Somebody pisses me off at work, I'm like, "Oh my God, let me tell you what such and such did." Like, that's just who I call. That's just the person who I call, and she wants to feel that from him. Okay. So when they end up leaving, oh wait, Jamala says that she wants to know what he expects from her. Once again, Jamala is still out here trying to figure out what Randall wants from her. I know my expectations, but I want to know what he expects from me. Like, girl, everything is Randall. What do you want, Jamala? What's wrong with Randall? So what's wrong with Randall is that you don't know what he wants from you? Child, make all that make sense. Like, I understand that at the end of the day, we're talking about things that he can help improve on. And for you, it's just you want to know what he expects from you. I want to know how he expects me to behave as a woman of his. Like, ugh, anyway. So his ex says, that Kayla was a really good fit for him. She's very cool. She's calm, collected. It seems like she knows what she wants. Okay. She says she doesn't really see it. She didn't really get to know Shanika that well. But for Jamala, she saw some red flags. She said she saw some red flags because everything about her answers to his questions was basically Randall. And Randall don't need nobody else fixated on Randall. Okay. It seems like Randall got enough people fixated on him enough. Okay. She's like, you need someone who's not all into you like that. And I agree. You need to be with someone who actually that does want to be into you, but their world is not centered around you. And she's definitely giving me these pick me vibes where it's like, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. And it's kind of like she's making it seem as if she gives him everything, that, he'll fall for her. But in all actuality, that's given. I can have you on the side, baby. I ain't gotta work to get you. I don't need to do nothing for you, blah, 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 because it doesn't matter because you're always gonna throw it in my face that you want me. Okay. So she basically voted for Kate. Okay, so then Mike brings his family, a longtime family friend, to meet Kayla and Brandy. Okay, so when Kayla comes in there, she sits down and they start talking, and she's basically saying that she wants him to chase her. She wants someone to, show that he's interested in her. And we know that Mike is not going to do that because Mike is still fixated on the fact that she be kissing other people and she's doing this, and she's the video vixen in his mind. Okay, and I really don't like that idea because I feel like he boxed her in, and she's not going to be able to come out of it. Like, he already sees her as this fantasy, like this girl on TV, like the video vixen, and then she's going around kissing people. So it's adding to that, this thing. He even at one point said it's an infatuation with her. Not that he likes her, not that he can see himself being with her, but he definitely said that he still has some type of infatuation with her. It's like he's envisioned himself being with the video girl. Y'all know, like, when you see a video girl, they have the big butt and all the oil on them, and it's like, yeah, I can see myself with that. And then for him, it feels like she kind of fed into it just a little bit, because on top of not only that, but on top of it, she's basically, kissing other people, which to him is a big deal because it's kind of like sleeping around. And so I feel like he has this whole thing going on in his head when he sees her. Like, she's a good time, not a long time. She's here to have some fun. Like, we can hang out, we can party, we can do us, but she's not a wifey material to him. Okay, so he's holding on to her for a good time, not a long time. And I honestly feel like he's holding on to her for a vote so he don't get sent home and he can still spend more time with Brandy. Okay, when Brandy shows up, Brandy, like, I'm at the point where I already know my connection with him is strong, but I need him to let me know. Okay, she comes in and she's like, yeah, the first thing he told me was that he was going to get me before anyone else did. Okay, so I'm sitting there like, if I was Kayla, I'd have been like, well, why am I here? Like, ain't no point in me being here if he was ready to snatch you up before anyone else snatch you up. Like, baby, I'm not coming second to nobody. But she still sat around for the conversation. They start talking about whether or not they want kids. I don't know why we keep having this conversation with kids when it comes to Mike, when we know clearly that Mike don't want no kids. Okay, she says that she didn't want a man with kids. Kayla said she didn't want a man with kids because men with kids sometimes come with baggage. She had an experience with a man who had a baby mama, and he was giving baby mama bitter baby mama syndrome, and she didn't want to experience that all over again. But he reassured her that this isn't that type of situation when it comes to me and my baby mama. Okay, Kayla, then Brandy says that she didn't want a man with kids, but she realized that once we get up in these ages, that these men come with kids, and I just have to accept that. And I'm just like, I mean, it's realistic of you to think that way, Brandy, but if you don't want a man with kids, then maybe you should go dig a little deeper. I don't know how far deep you're going to get in the bag, but I'm sure there's some small percentage out there. But I'm happy that she at least opened her eyes and realized that men can have kids and still have healthy relationships with their baby mama, where it's not one of those situations where they hate each other and they always fighting and arguing and this, that, and the other. So hopefully Mike got all that under control, and we don't hear at the reunion that his baby mama was out here wilding. Okay, she ain't step on no Instagram post, nothing like that, saying anything crazy. So we just gonna have to take his word for what it is. Okay. Now, the friend says that, she could tell that there's a connection between him and both the ladies, okay? But it's something about how he acts when Brandy is around. It's totally different. Like, he's open, and he's like jittery, and he's like, all in his feels, okay? With him and Kayla, it's more of a sexual and like a sexual thing. I think it's real physical. It's like, staring into the eyes. It's like, I could take you down right now type of situation, versus how it is when he's with Brandy. It's more like, oh, I could just hold you forever. Like, oh my God, you kind of make me nervous. Like that butterfly feeling that Mike has said that he gets when he's around her. Something about them two really makes me feel like there's something more, okay? Now, we already know there's one couple out there, and I'm starting to second guess, like, maybe are they a couple already? Did they make it to the end already? Like, what could possibly happen that these two don't make it to the end? Like, I don't see it not happening, okay? But you never know how it goes on Ready to Love, because baby, next week we going to a resort. And whenever we go to the resort, everything somehow switches on up, okay? So Samson brings his ex-girlfriend, child, to meet Sharice, Looney, and Brandy. And I'm sitting here like, where did Looney come from? Now, I don't remember Samson ever really having a connection with Looney, so why is she there? I guess he said he wanted to make it seem like he had more people than what he had, so he just gonna bring her along, okay? So when the ex sit down, she was just like, she asked him, like, do they think that they found their match in Samson? Sharice immediately put her hands up like, I did. Me right here. I definitely do. He's intelligent. He's smart. He's this, that, and the other. And I'm willing to fight for him. And I was like, hold up, time out. Whoa, pause. Bring it back. Aren't you the same woman who was like, the man ain't the prize, and I'm not fighting for no man, and I'm the table, and I bring this, that, and the other, and he gonna have to da, 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 da. Now you over here, you don't switch that up real quick, Sharice. Now you up here ready to fight for the man? You was just saying a couple of episodes ago that you ain't fighting for nobody's men, okay? And these means ain't the prizes. But obviously, you ready to get down and dirty. Looney was like, well, I'm going to just say this. I'm not fighting for nobody. I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to give you who I am. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you want it. Now, that I agree with. But baby girl, you going on a dating show. So you're going to have to pull them claws out just a little bit. Just a little bit. So that's the whole time Brandy's sitting there, and Brandy's like, like, I like Samson, but I got an issue with him giving all the girls gifts. Like, he's always giving out these gifts, and I need something to give to me to separate me from everyone else. Like, what makes me different? What makes me special? Now, I can totally understand that she wants something more. Like, it's like, well, you giving all the ladies gifts, so that's not something that stands out. So it stands out to her when you do something that you don't do for everyone else. Kind of like when Mike brought those flowers for her friend, versus how he brought Kayla nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, he brought her nothing, so he brought me flowers, so now I know that I'm special. She wants him to go ahead and do something special. So yes, I did change up the badges from the suggested ones. I changed it up for y'all, okay? I tried to pick the ones that I thought I wanted to see the longest. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You still don't see the attraction to Robert? Nobody. I mean, see, this is the thing. I don't understand if it's like he's the better out of the men that's there, or if it's really something about him that people are just gravitating towards, okay? So that's just that. So after the ladies leave, the ex tells him that Sharice is that girl for him, okay? I mean, she said, I could tell that it's something with Brandy, but Sharice is the girl. And Looney just wants somebody that's going to choose sides, step up and say it's me or it's nobody, okay? And she's not really here for all of that, okay? So she picks the ex. And I will say, Samson ex is cute. She's a cute girl. Well, she's a cute lady, right? So, I wonder why that didn't work out. Did he tell us why them two didn't work out? But we know relationships just don't work out sometimes. And I don't think that's the one that he took to Paris either. Because was this one Colombian? Child, I don't know. Don't get me the lion. Do not get me the lion, okay? So Swayze goes ahead and brings his friend to meet Katie, okay? Now, this is the first time that they've seen each other since their last date where he met her friend. Okay, so she's hoping that him and his friend don't do her the way she thinks that Swayze feels like they did him. And I'm sitting here like, now I got to put my thinking cap on, okay? Because when I would remember hearing Katie, and she also slid in my comments and she told me that the conversation didn't happen that way. Producers made her say red flag. He was only leaving because Samson was there. Things like that. Then I'm sitting here like, so why would you say that that's his perception of what happened if you gonna come in the comments and say that that's not what happened? Come on now, help me help you, because either it happened or it didn't. Because once again, out of your mouth, from what we seen, you said that he could have perceived that way. Okay. When they sat down, she was making a lot of, hand gestures, facial expressions, that type of stuff. And from Swayze, it felt like it was selfish, dismissive of his feelings and what was happening. The friend was like, she was even his friend even asked him how to, to meet up with her friend with. And she was like, it wasn't as pleasant as this, I'll say that much, okay? And he was like, well, are you like your friend? And she was like, I mean, no, not really. I mean, I could be, but I'm not. And he was like, because I always hear, show me your friends, and that is show me who you are. And I was like, good point to a certain extent, because I had some whole friends, okay? But I did go through never mind. Okay, so she was really still feeling some type of way, but she's like, I'm gonna just let him lead us where we're going. His friend told him, like, there's some potential there, but you need to take this day by day by day. Now, honestly, I really can't get into these things when I see Katie and Swayze, and I have my own reasons, and some of you already know what that's about, but it's just like, it ruins the commentary for me. It ruins everything for me. It's like, girl, just be quiet about what y'all got going on so that we can just get through this show, and then we can discuss who made it and who didn't make it. Because now it's like, it's always some undertones. There's always some, there's no excitement. There's nothing to expect from, the conversations that you guys have. Like, I don't like it, and I don't like it at all. Okay. So, she looks at, she said something through. Okay. So, I will say this, that Katie looked absolutely beautiful when she met up with Swayze, okay? I mean, the natural, remember what I said, bring back that natural, the natural leave out and all that? She looked so pretty. It was nice and laid, and she looked fresh-faced and everything. It was perfect. I mean, that's how you look when you go meet somebody friend. It's like, I did the bare minimum, but baby, I look beautiful, don't I? So I was definitely here for the look that she had going on that day, okay? Now, LJ, me and you gotta fight. We gotta fight, okay? Because apparently, now let me tell y'all about LJ. When the season first came out, I got some DMs, okay? I got some DMs that LJ was in a relationship, okay, doing filming. I got pictures from him supposedly being in this relationship from May, okay? He was hugged up. Let me show y'all. I meant to add him to my screen, but I got distracted doing some other stuff, okay? But I'm going to show y'all real quick. So this is one of the pictures of LJ, and this is the ex-girlfriend. Now, this picture was taken on, I think, May 18th. Okay. And this is him and the ex-girlfriend taking pictures again. Okay. And they took these pictures on, well, this is from November. Okay. So this one's from November and the other one's from May. So they've been dating for a while, like they stated. Okay. So when they said, when I started getting DMs that, he had a girlfriend, I'm like, come on, like, first up, now him. Like, why even come on this show if you want to be having full-blown girlfriends and relationships? And my thing is, LJ, why did you bring the ex that you still sleeping with? Like, that don't make no sense to me. Okay, because when Trinika came in and sat down, she was like, so how long y'all been dating? Oh, we've been dating for some while. How long y'all, when's the last time y'all had sex? Oh, just last month. Stop. LJ, what common sense did it make for you to bring the girl who you just had sex with, your ex-girlfriend, onto the show to meet your potential new girlfriend? What was going through your mind? Why you just didn't bring somebody else? Why you just didn't say, oh, I don't got no friends. I ain't got no exes. I ain't got nobody to bring. But instead, you decided to bring the ex-girlfriend, okay? So when Looney shows up, Looney sits down like, I just got here. What's going on? What's going on? She was like, well, they still having sex. We like, so y'all still having sex? So like, what? How we gonna transition from having sex to not having sex? Okay, here go daggone LJ. Well, my thing is, like once I'm fully committed to somebody, I'm fully committed to somebody. Now, here's my thing. I'm not upset with you still having sex before you came on this show because that's what people do, right? But like, you ain't have to bring the girl who you was having sex with on the show. And then she's sitting there low key still in love with you. Like, what? He was like, "Are you in love?" She was like, "I mean, I love him." Like, girl, you still in love with him? He like, "I mean, I will always have love for her, but I'm looking for something else." Like, what is happening here? So she's still in love. You still had love for her. Y'all was just having sex last week. Now all of a sudden you looking for somebody new. Why you just don't go be with this girl? LJ, you trying to get your singing career off the ground? Is that what you're trying to do? Is you trying to get your singing career off the ground? Please help me help you. And what your teachers is when you came on the show, because baby, it was not. And I repeat, it was not to find love, okay? Because obviously, according to the pictures, it looked like you may have found some love already, okay? With her. Look like you found it with her. It's giving real lovish right there, okay? All up on it. In May. Now, remind y'all, they were filming in March. This is May. This is May. This picture was posted in May. Let me make sure I got the year right because I don't want to mess up the year. Oh, I don't see no year, so I'm assuming it was this year. We just gonna go with it. Okay, so he definitely should have went home with LJ. She wasn't in love with him. She still loves him. There's a difference. Child, go ahead and see what you're saying. Go ahead and say what you're saying. You saw the look on her face. The look on her face was not giving, "I still have love for him." She's still getting deep down. So she's still in love. Because you wouldn't still be getting deep down by someone you're not in love with and don't care for no more. Okay? And you could love somebody from afar. You ain't got to be in their bedroom. Because if you in love with somebody, all right, let's do some thinking. I'm in love with you. We in a relationship. We take pictures, we travel, we do all these things, okay? We break up. We still having sex. I'm still in love. The love ain't fall away. Still in love. The love didn't just disappear like that. It didn't. Okay, I'm sorry, it just didn't. They likely left the scene together and went home to do the do. Okay, child, I don't even know how anybody would take LJ serious at this point. Like, there's no way I would have been like, yeah, he's the one. No, I'd have been like, excuse me, can I leave? Because y'all really tried it with this one. This one brought the ex-girlfriend that he was sleeping with and brought here to meet us. And he just slept with her last week. Nah, y'all not gonna play in my face like this, okay? I said it before. LJ was not the nice guy people say he is. He even said he's a typical Caribbean guy. That man looked like a hoe with a baby face to me. Not a hoe with a baby face. He's a hoe with a baby face. Get out of here, because I'm still in love with you. What's the song? Dag, I wish I could get the melody in my song in my head of that daggone song, but I never can. Never can. Okay, just doing the most. He came up here to get his career off the ground because you can't tell me nothing any different. Nothing. Okay. So then, for some reason, Katie and LJ, Mike and Sharice go on the date. Now, I don't even know who made these people up. LJ said he wanted to switch it up, but LJ, no one asked you to switch nothing up because, baby, you already know that Sharice and Dag on Katie and been going back and forth, okay? You already know that Mike and Sharice ain't seeing it for each other, okay? And you are like this whole mix-up, LJ. You don't even have a connection with Sharice or Katie, yet alone you want to bring y'all four together. Make that make sense, LJ? Because I ain't buying it. Okay, you wanted this to happen because that's exactly what happened. Okay, so as soon as they get in there, Katie and like Mike. So why you stand up to Kayla like that when we was at the the lunch? Why you stood up? Why you stood up? And who you brought to meet your dates and who da 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 da? He like whoa, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Like before I can even answer one question, you already asking me another question. Okay, so then Sharice had to chime in. I mean, because sometimes when you be asking the questions, it be aggressive. it be aggressive. And I was like, child, don't say the aggressive word. It's about to be a fight. It's about to be a fight. So then her and Dagon Sharice get into it, okay? Because apparently, now I thought I had the screenshot and I must have deleted it. Okay, so Katie went on her Instagram not a while ago, and she had put the screenshots up, basically saying that she was about to curse Sharice out, but she decided not to. She was just gonna play nice, and this is the text messages that Sharice brought out. Okay, Sharice brought out the text messages, and they was talking about dog and some other stuff, and she was like, "I'm glad we made friends, and we ain't do nothing else, and this and that and the other." So Sharice was really sitting here thinking that they was being friends, and they this that and the other. So when she made the comment about I ain't come here to make no friends, you know, Sharice took that real personal, because it's like, we were just having a conversation and you were saying if we don't find love in this whole situation, then, you know, at least we found each other, at least we found friends. So Sharice thinking to herself, okay, that we good, we friends. So when she heard that, I took it as her just being hurt over it, okay? Because now it's like, you're fake, you're phony. And she even admitted to it. Katie was like, you're right, I lied, this, that, and the other. I played the game, I played you. And I was like, that's kind of messed up, okay? Katie, Sharice said that Katie asked her, did she want to go out to dinner with her sugar daddy? I said, not Katie and her sugar daddy. Wait, what's going on? Katie, you got a sugar daddy? So Sharice was like, what? I didn't say that. My sugar daddy. I'm like, oh, child. She was like, and then you said that Swayze, you was talking about Swayze car. She was like, I don't even have a nice car like that. Why would I talk about somebody's car? I said, oh, Sharice, I definitely believe you was talking about that bad car. So I definitely feel like in this situation, I can understand why Sharice got in her feelings, because she really felt like, dang, girl, you really tried to play me. Here I am thinking I'm making friends. Okay, if I don't find love out of this, at least I got a sister that, and then you was playing me. So I'm not bad at Sharice for being mad, okay? But at the end of the day, they both too grown to be up there arguing, going back and forth with LJ and Mike just sitting there. Every time something pop off, Mike right there. I'm starting to think it's Mike. Every time something pop off with Sharice, exactly, especially Sharice, okay? Mike is right there. And why was he even there? Because we already know that him and Sharice, Katie and Mike got into it. Sharice and Mike got into it. Child, LJ, don't be setting up no more dates, because baby, you don't know how to read the room. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. You don't know how to read the room or the people that you was on the show with, okay? So, the child, it was a whole mess, because they was going back and forth, just yelling and screaming and arguing. And I just feel like, you say Katie Ann's weird. I think it's very weird that she would lie about being there for someone and we're going to be friends. I don't think she needed to go to that extent to play nice, you know? Like, she said she wanted to curse her out because she had already, okay, so apparently from my recollection, y'all, don't quote me on this because I don't know how right or wrong I am, but from what I remember the text messages was, she was upset because she wanted to go off on her about talking to bringing up what Swayze said and blah 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 blah. So then she went and started playing nice to her. She decided not to even blow up or have attitude. So she started playing nice and was like, if we ain't find nothing else, we found each other in this process and blah 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 blah. Making it all good. So I think that's extreme. I mean, if you ain't have nothing to say nice, you shouldn't have said nothing at all. Why make up that you friends with someone? Why make up and say that you happy that you met someone in this process? Why do all of that? Because that's fake and that's phony. So if I was Sharice, I would feel some type of way, because here I am thinking that like maybe, after everything we've been through, we finally came to a good place, which is why when they was at that dinner, she said it. She was like, we already fight like sisters. Like she's thinking to herself, like we go back and forth sometimes, but we know what's up. We know what it is. So I really feel bad, because it's like, if that was me, I would be upset. Like, you played me. I don't like it. I want to fight today, right now. Okay. So that's why I understood where Sharice was coming from. Katie was wrong for that. She was definitely wrong for the lying part. That's all I got to say. Okay. So and I wonder if they ever went to the dinner with the sugar daddy. I'm assuming not. So y'all think Katie had a sugar daddy? Y'all think she was out here trying to take her to dinner with her? Y'all think she was trying to put her on game? Like, if you ain't getting nothing else out of this girl, I could hook you up with a sugar daddy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But a part of me low key may believe that Sharice, I'm not that Katie had a sugar daddy, and I'm not gonna say she had a sugar daddy. But if you ever listen to Katie and talk on like the interviews and stuff that she do, she did say that she never came on this show with the intentions to actually find love. Okay, she came up here, she saw it as an opportunity, and if she found love in the process, then why not? Like, I don't blame her. At least be honest about your intent. Okay, I want to promote some stuff, and at the same time, if I could find me a love, like, sign me up. Okay, so she was very honest about that. So I do feel like she may have had, a sugar daddy or two, or a little boo thing in a cut. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it, okay? Because she was very honest about why she came on the show. So it wasn't with the intent to find love. It was, if I find love in this process, then why not? Like, I could go and be who I am, and if someone says, hey, that's the one for me, then cool. And I guess it just so happened to be Swayze at this point, okay? So when all the men go ahead and sit down at Tommy's lounge or whatnot, okay, Mike tells Tommy that his friend picked Brandy because he was all jittery and she's just open around her, okay? So LJ says that it was very interesting because his friend, because the woman found out that he was still sleeping with his ex. You think that's interesting, LJ? Or maybe you should have told your ex not to go out and start spilling that y'all just recently had sex. And this is my thing. LJ puts up this, I was just being honest. I'm being honest. Like, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. As if you being honest makes the situation any better. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, it's still the facts is the fact. The fact is that you were sleeping with this girl a week ago. So it doesn't matter if you're being honest about it. The fact of the point is you shouldn't have brought her on the show. How about that? Let's start there. Like, where's your intelligence when you say, I don't bring the girl I was sleeping with on the show to meet the girls that I'm dating? Because in real life, that would never happen. And then you want us to believe that y'all just friends and she's sitting there basically in love with you. Boy, get out of my face, okay? So Simpson says that, Sharice stood up for him. She was like, I'm going to fight for mine. I'm going to fight for mine. And he really liked that about her. Okay. And I think all the men just be looking like, who is this Sharice that this man keep talking about? Because nobody seems to understand why Simpson is like falling all over Sharice. Okay. Swayze says that the date with Katie was really weird. Okay. With the friend, it was really weird. And, they have a connection, but there's some communication issues. Okay. And some communication issues or whatever. Okay. So when they start asking who they're not connecting with, Samson says he's not connecting with Jamila and Trinika. Okay, Mike says Sharice, but Mike, you ain't gotta tell us. We know you ain't feeling Sharice. Okay, we knew that from like day one. Okay, LJ says Looney, and that they at this point where they just friends. So why, LJ, why did you even invite her to meet your ex? That's the part that gets me, because that's what I mean. Like, I feel like they was just grabbing Looney to grab her. Like, Simpson brought Looney, he didn't have a connection with her. LJ brought Looney, he didn't have a connection with her. It's like they wanted to bring extra people just to have extra people. Like, no. Y'all know y'all wasn't feeling Looney because Looney didn't bring y'all to see her friends. Wait, no, Looney did bring LJ. Looney brought LJ, right? She brought Justice and LJ. Maybe it was a connection. And now they just friends. That's interesting to me. Okay. So then Mike says that, Looney and Trinika, he don't really have a connection with. And Randall says Looney. Swayze says Kayla, and then he says Looney. He said Trinika seems like Kayla seems like she always got to one up you. Like, she always got to do something more than you. I don't see that when I see Kayla. But if that's what they say, that's what they say. Okay. So when Trinika goes to meet up with Mike, she is aggravated. She is upset. She is feeling some type of way. She like, let's just get to the BS. Like, I already know what's going on. Y'all already had this meeting with Tommy. I already know what this date is about. Like, don't even sit here and play with me, okay? She's literally cursing him out. That's some BS. That's this, that, and the other. And I know I'm cursing, but it's not like that. It's just that. And I'm like, girl, calm down. Calm down. We can't even get where we going because you ready to go ahead and attack daggone Mike. Mike, like, can you just calm down a little bit? Like, chill out a little bit, okay? Meanwhile, Looney is over there getting the flowers from Samson because he gonna bring a gift if he don't do nothing else, baby. So he comes in there with the yellow flowers because he want to show it's the happiness, it's the smiling of it all. You keep smiling every time it's here. The first thing you smiling and whatnot, okay? So he's telling her like, we don't think you're ready to love. anyone here. And I think that's the perfect way to do it, because I don't think that it's not that Looney's not ready to love. I feel like she's just not ready to love these guys. Like, these guys are not the men for her. And that's okay, because I think a lot of people assume that when they say you're not ready to love, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve love, or you don't deserve love from people, blah, blah, blah. No, these people here are just not meant for you, and that's okay. That's why I don't understand the point of why people know when there's no connection, they still want to stay. Like, if you're not going to win, what do you want to end? What do you want to get to the end for? If you're not finding real love, you're not really connected with nobody, what is the point of staying? Like, at this point, you might as well just go ahead and leave. This is the first season so far where we have not had one person eliminate themselves, besides the first day with the older guy who had a family emergency that he left. And that was like the first day. Other than that, this is the first season so far that no one has self-eliminated. Okay. Even Zoe basically did a self-elimination, but he was getting sent home regardless. Okay. So at this point, I'm sitting here like, that's very strange, right? Y'all don't think it's strange? And I also feel like this is more people with opportunities, like they want something, because if you're not connected with somebody, go home. Go home. If you honestly see that there's no one here, why do you want to stay? So, no, I'm just not ready to love anyone here. And I think it's time for me to bow out. Makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense to me. Okay. Now Tranika find out that she's still ready to love. The guys think she's still ready to love. Now she all happy and want to be hugging and whatnot. When she was just ready to stab him with her butter knife, now she want to be up there hugging him. I'm like, child, it's a whole mess. And this is the thing, right? Did y'all not see how fast Tranika flipped up, switched up? See, it's another side to her that we ain't see. Because homegirl went from 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick, real quick. She was ready to go off in an instant. She walked in on 100, okay? So I'm sitting here like, oh, so Tranika not as, quiet and peacemaker and hold your hand type of girl that she claims she is, because she was ready to go give it all to them. All of it. And I was like, oh, this is a different side of Tranika. This isn't, oh, he hit me on hard on purpose and my wrist hurted for 2 minutes. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's not that Tranika. Mm-hmm. The premise needs to change. You're right. Something has to change. Something has to give somewhere in there. Okay. Something definitely has to switch up. So that was basically the episode. It wasn't too much. I mean, the parts that really did give us something, they gave us something. Okay. I honestly feel like I'm just ready for a new cast, y'all. I'm ready for a new cast. I don't know. Something about it is just not hitting bam how it's supposed to. And they be doing too much. They really do be doing way too much. I'm gonna give y'all the link. What time is it? 1:38. If you want to come in and you want to speak on Ready to Love, what happened with LJ, Sharice, and all of them, you can. We got a little bit more time. But other than that, I don't got nothing else to give y'all, because the show that's all they gave me. Okay. They gave me Sharice and Katie and going back and forth like they always do. They gave us LJ bringing up his ex-girlfriend who he's still sleeping with. And that's just that. Okay. The real Shanika was present. Her representative went home for the majority of the dates. You think so? You think so? I feel like up until the very end, Tranika has literally been the one who laid the lowest. I feel like she laid so low, and I really thought she would have went home before Looney. But now that I sit here and I think about it, the guys don't really see it for Looney. They say maybe she laughed too much, or maybe this, that, and the other. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. I didn't see Looney not being a catch. So maybe I was missing something. But Tranika was laying super low. Like, baby, we didn't even know she had 3 connections last week. She came out the gate swinging with 3 connections out of nowhere. But then she had LJ, then she had Justice and Rara, okay? So we're going to have to see what happens next week, because apparently... Okay. Child, how you doing a non-hostile situation? How you doing? How you are doing in a non-hostile situation shows how you are at the core. So you think so? That's what I was saying. Just go off like that. I know, right? I had to take a break. My brother-in-law, I guess he got a cold, so he's in like the next room, and there's like there's not a door there. So I guess I'm just like, okay. I don't think Looney was into anyone for real, and I think that's why she came off being goofy. She doesn't. She does joke a lot. So y'all think she wasn't really serious about these men? I'm trying to think because then her and this is the part that got me. Looney and LJ had seems to be connected in the very beginning. Remember, they was like really hitting it off. He was calling her when he had COVID, when she had COVID, and all this other stuff. And then they had went on a date and everything. So he brought her, she brought him, they to meet their friends and everything like that. And then over at the gentleman's lounge, he just turned around and was like, "She's just a friend. Like I don't see nothing else." So it's like, how did we get all the way to here to now we just friends? So I don't like the way LJ moved, but I feel like LJ realized that she wasn't going to stick around for that, ex-girlfriend situation, and he had to let her go. Because I think at this point, Trinika is one of those girls that's like, I just want to get to the end. If that means be with whoever, then I'm going to just be with whoever to get to the end. I would not be surprised if she makes it to the end with someone like LJ just because. And we already know that LJ is not serious about this process because LJ still effing the ex-girlfriend, and he was just posting pictures of her in May when they was filming in March. So make all that make sense. Well, she was posting the pictures. Okay. And then on top of that, LJ's ex-wife came out and said, remember I showed y'all when LJ's ex-wife made that post, she wrote, let me find it. She said, when your ex-husband on a TV dating show saying he is single because his ex, me, cheated on him, and everyone knows it's the other way around. That's the ex-wife. Let me see if y'all can see it. Child, y'all can't see it. But that's what she wrote. She wrote that. So LJ got a lot of a lot of stuff going on with him that's definitely coming out. Like your ex-wife cheated on you. You cheated on your ex-wife. Now she cheated on you, but you come up here making it a side story. Then you bring the ex-girlfriend up there who you was having sex with. Like y'all just gonna let this man sit here and play in our face and we supposed to just take it? Okay, great. I guess if that's what y'all want to do. But then y'all could have sent him home with justice at this point. Looney hasn't grown up yet. She wants an F-boy at her big age. Like, who in the heck sees Justin as a man to settle down with? Good point. LJ is an F-boy. That's what it's given. Like, you lied about your infidelities on your ex-wife to make yourself sound better. Yeah, he want that singing career real bad. Real bad, real bad. Okay? Too bad it's not going to happen because you can't sing. Call it what it is. You can't sing, bro. You can't sing. Okay, so you take you and your little banjo and go ahead up off the show. They all need to go home. I don't care. They are divorced. Go away. Why do you believe her? You said, why do I believe who? The ex-wife? Because I don't believe LJ. It's not that I don't believe LJ, and it's not that I don't believe the wife. It's just that I just chose to believe the wife. I just chose to. That's it. Nothing. It's not that deep. It ain't that serious. She posted it, and I said I believe her. Yeah. Because LJ definitely give me those vibes where it's like, yeah, I ain't too sold on you, bro. I ain't too sold on it. But he did say he is an honest man. He is honest. So maybe he wasn't lying. Maybe he's the ex-wife was lying. Child, who knows when it comes to these people? At the end of the day, they all here for opportunity, if you ask me. Just like Katie said, she saw this as an opportunity to promote her business. And if she just so happened to find love in the process, then it is what it is. Okay. Which city would you like to see next? Over this season. Me too. They supposed to be coming out with Miami Part 2. So we're supposed to, I guess, go right into Miami Part 2, child. Ooh, baby. I don't know about Miami. Where would I like to see? I would love to see some of where I'm from, like some New Jersey, some New York, like give me some tri-state, like bring it over here, okay? Everybody wants 15 minutes of fame. I just watch and laugh with y'all. That's what I'm saying. And the earth is flat. Shoot, I just chose a side at that point. You know, I ain't got no real facts behind none of it. I just felt like that's who I wanted to believe. So yeah, that was Ready to Love. I'm gonna come back with Married at First Sight, y'all. I started taking my notes and then I stopped because I was like, I just don't like the 2 hours is just too much. Okay, so once I finish taking my next hour of notes, we'll be back later on, and we're gonna have a birthday celebration because y'all know my birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow, so maybe we'll have a Mav's birthday celebration tonight where I don't even think I want to do a full review. We could just talk about the episode and y'all can ask me some questions and we could celebrate me turning 33 years old. That is an accomplishment, okay, as a Black woman in this world. To see another year, okay, it's always great to celebrate your birthdays, okay, even though you're just getting older. Just getting older, okay? So yes, I will be accepting all gifts, okay? My Cash App is Chloe Milan 1. Let me put it up there. Let me put it up there. Let me put my plug in there real quick, okay? But you can join the channel. It's a membership, $199. You can also subscribe to the channel because that's free, and you can like this video because that's free. All love. I take all the love in any form or way you want to give it. And I also take just a regular happy birthday wish. Means a lot to me. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be up out of here, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. We're gonna do our Mavs celebration tonight, going into my birthday, and you know, I'll probably have me a drink or two. Dress up for the live. You want me to dress up? Okay, maybe I'll dress up. Maybe we do something a little special. Maybe I should give me a birthday crown and all that good stuff, right? Okay. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm jumping up off of here. Bye.